Everybody, Gunston Undercover here. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2020. Time is 12:09 Jersey time, not California time, Jersey time. So I'm responding to some responses that I got. One was on Facebook, the other one was on YouTube. And it has to do with the remark I said. So let's take the Facebook one, since that was the one I can bring up. The other one got deleted. So this had to do on Bradley Beach Police Department's posts, and they're just putting more of that government propaganda of the fake statistics of who died and all that nonsense. So I said 0.08% died, while 99.02% are being economically terrorized and civil rights violated by a fascist governor. Honor your oath, uphold, and protect the Constitution. So a Michelle Melnick Lang Sam responded to me, and she says, "Let me know if you feel the same way when you or your loved one gets sick and dies." I responded, "Michelle Melnick Lang Sam, and how do you feel about 8.9 million people being mentally and financially terrorized and civil rights violated while your mother with an underlying health problem is dying?" Well, she has not responded. It was over a day ago. Let me just give you a little picture, bring up her Facebook page. You can see who this nice little Lily White is. There she is. It's the typical type. Got a little doggy on her lap. She's sitting home, living in fear. This is what we're dealing with, folks. There's a group of people out there, a portion of our community, that is living in fear. They are imprisoned by fear. They are immobilized by fear. And as we all know, misery loves company. So they want you to join them in their misery. And if you put anything out there that's not the narrative right now, which is, wear a mask, stay home, don't make any money, go broke, wait for the government to bail you out with some money that they don't have. And then the second one I have, and I went back and looked for it, and it looks like he has taken it down. I didn't screenshot it, so I don't have it, but it has to do with the Demon shut down for another 30 days video I just put out yesterday, or actually this morning. And he says, well, first of all, he called me a couple of expletives, like an F and A butt. So he says, "I am 56 years old and I have a heart condition through no fault of my own." And he proceeded to tell me that I am selfish and I'm a this and I'm a that. So my good friend Wandering News, John Morano, went in there and came back and said, "Well, you're selfish for thinking the way you're thinking." And of course, he came back and he attacked John again. So I came in there and I said, well, first of all, I said, "Who's tying your shoes for you?" I says, "I clearly say in my videos that we need to target the high-risk group. I don't go on there and say, screw all these people that are dying, who cares? The 99.02% are entitled to live, let the rest die, who gives a shit?" I never said that. Never said it in any video, and I challenge anybody to bring a video up where I did say that. I said we must have targeted quarantine. But see, this moron who can't tie his own shoe, who is so immobilized by his fear and his emotions that he's not even thinking right. He thinks it's all about him, his own little world. Yeah, so I respond to him and I said, "Well, you are the one that's being selfish, because you feel because you have a heart condition and that you're at high risk that somehow the rest of us must be imprisoned by your issues in life." Words to that effect. Basically just turn it around. You're the one that's being selfish. Because the selfish person would say, "Look, I've got a problem, but that doesn't mean you have the problem, so I don't want you to stay home because," it's like, I don't know, you call out sick from work because you got a cold, and everybody else should stay home because you got a cold. That's the mentality that you're dealing with. I've got a cold, I can't go to work, or I can't go to school, so therefore everybody else needs to stay home. And I said to them, once again, I challenged him. I says, that's when I said, who ties your shoes for you? I says, I clearly said in the video, what didn't you get? Targeted quarantine. Everybody that has underlying health problems, the elderly, the nursing homes, these are the people that are having the problems. And believe me, I am very sympathetic to what is going on. I'm seeing it firsthand, what is going on. I am meeting the families of these people. So don't tell me I'm cold-hearted and I don't know, because I do know. I am there. I do know. So I challenge you. What didn't you understand about targeted quarantine? Get those people, remove those people. Let the rest of us go. We can't go bankrupt. And it's like I said to him, dude, you think because you got a heart problem that everybody else has to be bankrupted and emotionally and physically terrorized over this? I said to him, you know, it is your right to stay, you know, you are free to stay home. It is your right to stay home. But it's not your right to terrorize me and join me into your problems. Life goes on. That's the way it is. 8,000 deaths in New Jersey doesn't warrant 8.9 million people's lives being destroyed, and a government and a state being destroyed. And that's what many people out there don't get. That's why they're all wearing the stupid masks. And yeah, I encounter this all the time on Facebook. I tell myself every day, John, stop posting on Facebook. Stop posting on Facebook. It's like an addiction. I got to go on there and put my message out there, and then I get you know, attacked by the same fear-based driven people out there. They're mindless. They just sit there and watch CNN and MSNBC and Fox News, and they read the newspaper like everything's the Bible, and what they hear is gospel. And if you don't follow that mindset, there's something wrong with you. How dare you put us all at risk? Well, I would say this to these people. You are putting us at risk. You're putting me at risk. I'm healthy. I get exercise every day. I don't get colds all the time. I got a good immune system. I'm pretty good, knock on wood. And I say if I had gotten the virus, I would have had it by now, or I probably already did have it. I've been around COVID people supposedly died of it. I've handled probably 10, 15 bodies already of people who died with it. Done pretty good. I've been in my job where we were loaded with people all over the place. Somebody in there might have had something. I didn't get sick. Got through the whole winter. I'm lucky. There's a lot of people out there like me who have good immune systems. It doesn't mean we should have to stay home because you fear and you need to stay home. We need to make a living. We need to get on with life, and we don't want the government babysitting us and taking care of us. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. We got fear-based driven people who try to shame me and others. They feel that we should be imprisoned and immobilized because they feel they need to be imprisoned and immobilized. And they were afraid of the boogeyman, the invisible boogeyman that's gonna come get you. Scottish Undercover. Till next time. Okay, I have to add this little section onto the video because this message came in after I made the first part. This one is from Dade Murphy. He always, or she, whatever it is, has always been a little critical of me. Kind of walks that fine line with me. But, you know what? He's not calling me names or anything, so he's entitled to his opinion on here. So his name is Dade Murphy. That's it right there. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. There it is. In case he decides he wants to delete it. And he says, you claim you aren't minimizing these people's lives, but that's just a lie. You say after doing precisely that. You are minimizing their lives. You are literally dismissing the lives of anyone with a pre-existing condition that wouldn't have died had it not been for COVID as expendable. Just say what you want. You want people to die so you can go shopping. You don't care how many weak people need to die so you can go shopping. You've been to hospitals but avoided the ones that would prove you wrong. You're giving a clinic confirmation bias here. Wow, well, let's go over this. You claim you aren't minimizing these people's lives, but that's just a lie. You say you have to do precisely that. Well, I think I addressed this in the first part of this video. I don't know what more to explain to you. Obviously, somebody else is tying your shoes. I don't know. But I did say we need to isolate and target quarantine the people who have underlying health problems and the elderly in the nursing home. We need to get things in place so that they don't get sick. The virus is hitting those who are old and those who are frail. Those are the people we need to quarantine. Those are the people we need to look out for and give the utmost care and protection to. Said it in every video. I don't know what you missed. I don't know how more to explain it. I don't know how I'm minimizing things. If you got heart problems, you need to stay home. You need to get family to do your shopping, order online, whatever. As far as me wanting to go shopping, I don't know how often I mention the videos that I got to go shopping. I hardly go shopping. I go in that grocery store only when I have to. And then maybe I mentioned I need to get a new pair of shoes. Yeah, I do. I need to get a new pair of work boots, and I need to get a new pair of sneakers. I'll survive. Yeah, I'd like the store be open. And furthermore, I can't understand why it's okay for 1,200 people to go into ShopRite in Hazlet, but maybe 50 people can't go into Kohl's and shop. And Kohl's got more floor space than ShopRite, I think. See? But you don't see it that way, do you, Dade Murphy? You live in the bizarre world, the twisted world of liberalism. Because liberalism, as we all know, is a mental disorder. So to conclude that I want people to die, and I don't care if they're sick and die, and because I want to go shopping, that is a moronic statement. All right, let me continue. You're dismissing the lives of anyone with a pre-existing condition. No, I'm not. People with health problems need to stay home. That's just common sense. I've said it once and I've said it 100 times. I'm not going to say it again. You've been to hospitals but avoided the ones that would prove you wrong. You're giving a clinic in confirmation bias here. Well, Dade, I go to the hospitals the job sends me to. This past month, past month and a half since the con virus started, I've only been to a couple hospitals. Jersey Shore, Riverview, Central State, Ocean Medical Center. Ocean Medical Center. I've been to Sloan Kettering. I've been to Pennsylvania University Hospital. I think, and let's see, Jersey Shore. Did I mention it? Yeah. Those are the hospitals that I've been to in the past month and a half. I've been to many other hospitals. I don't get in the car and say, let me go to this hospital because Dade Murphy thinks I should go to that hospital. I go where the job sends me, and I've reported back to you honestly what I have seen. And the last one I reported about was Ocean Medical Center. It had a tractor trailer size trailer in the back, loading dock, refrigerated. I counted about 6 or 7 bodies in there on tables. But it's Ocean County. And Ocean County has a lot of retirement communities, has a lot of nursing homes in it. Stands reasonable to assess. Since the virus is hitting elderly people the hardest, that you're going to have more bodies in a hospital that serves a community that has older people in it. This is what we're dealing with, people. We're dealing with twisted logic. And Dade Murphy responds as either he's pulling my leg, which I don't think because he's like this all the time, or they're just playing out of their minds. And I think, Dade Murphy, I think you need to perhaps stay home.